Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just took a shower, so yeah, my hair looks like a mess, but I only have a short period of time today, so I wanted to make a video. Um, and yeah, sorry about my messy room. You guys know how I roll. I'm a mom. I don't like cleaning. It is what it is. Anyway, okay, so this video is about how to approach women. Okay, so full disclosure, my husband and I met on Hinge. Okay, so I'm a big fan of I like online dating because you get to know all the facts before and you don't go in like blind. So if you maybe you're scared to talk to girls in person, I would highly recommend online dating. So I'm going to say um, one, how to talk to girls like in real life, and then like two, how to talk to them online. So for how to talk to them in real life, I want to say I am a coach not for hookup culture, not for polygamy, not for OnlyFans people, not for like feet people, just people who want marriage, kids, like a regular boring life, okay? So if you want to talk to somebody in person, I want to say, guys, do not wear like baggy clothes to where your like crotch is on your knees. Don't stink. Don't look nasty. Look clean. And if you have a neck tattoo or a face tattoo and you're trying to talk to a girl, make sure she has the same thing because if she doesn't, she's not interested in you. Okay. So, check yourself. And so, say pretend you're in a coffee shop and you think the girl is really cute. Make sure you look put together. You could be in your gym clothes, that's fine. Um, don't be like thugged out, nothing like that, okay? And check if she has a ring, okay? Check if she has a ring. No ring means she's single, okay? And I think you need to come up with a question that's inquisitive and not like too penetrating, like too like overwhelming. You could like say she's waiting in line, she's texting on her phone. You can just be like, "Hey, like this is my first time here. Like which one is like your favorite coffee? Or what do you recommend? Or what's everyone's favorite around here?" You can ask some benign question like that where it's not like, "Ooh, I'm like so trying to get at you, blah 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 blah." And I would say you can also ask like, "Oh, like do you recommend any other place around this neighborhood?" Or you can say, "Hey, I noticed you're wearing a Gators shirt. Did you go to UF?" Or something like that. Something very casual, something that you would talk to other dudes about, okay? And I'll tell you, if she's receptive, she'll answer the question and give you more story and more, and then you'll know for sure, she totally is into you if she asks you a question back. Okay? That is the hook. That's how you know she likes you, okay? If she just answers a question and she's like, okay, yeah, thanks, whatever, then maybe she's not like super into it. She's just like answering the question, trying to be nice, okay? So, and I want to tell you guys, um, don't ask for the number like super quick, okay? Don't ask for the number super quick. And if you do ask for the number, the conversation has to at least have gone on for like 10 minutes. You can just be like, hey, like, I want to follow you up on that hiking thing that you recommended. Do you mind if like we exchange numbers? I can ask you a couple questions about it. That comes off as like not super creepy and like super thirsty. It's very like, okay, he's a normal guy. Maybe he's safe. Maybe he's normal. Okay. Because the way women are wired is that we're always looking for any potential threats to protect ourselves because we are the weaker, like literally physically weaker gender. Like no woman is gonna have the same amount of like physical power as a dude. So, biologically speaking, we're always like on the outlook, is this person trying to attack me? Is this person trying to scam me? So, it's normal and natural for women's defenses to be up. So, if you come at them not in a like to wham way, they'll probably be more receptive to you. Um, okay. And now I'm going to talk to you guys about like people approaching women on dating apps. So I don't know if you guys watched my other videos, but the way my husband and I met, like for girls, especially if you live in San Francisco, they sometimes call it Man Francisco because there's a lot of dudes. When you match with people on Hinge or any one, this is just Hinge, but maybe Tinder, whatever dating app you're on, the person that messages goes on the top. Okay. So with him and I had a lot of people that match with me because I live in San Francisco, and they would like hit me up with questions. And I had so many questions that I would just answer it and just move to the next question on my dating app. But what I recommend, because of what happened with him and I, is he double texted. Okay, so he texted again, and I responded, and then he texted again, or no, first he texted, I didn't respond. I was like, okay, whatever. And then he texted again, and then I finally responded, but then we talked for a little bit, and then he went right to the chase. He was like, "Oh, okay, like where do you like to go eat sushi?" And that's like a non-threatening like question. And I was like, "Oh, I like this place." And he's like, "Oh, cool." And he was like, would you be open to like meeting up and getting to know each other?" Or no, he asked me for my number first. And then I was like, "Okay, this is my number." Whatever, I can just block him if he sucks. And so he texted me and he was like, "Hey, do you want to like meet up?" And then he cut right to the chase and was like, "Yeah, sure." Okay. And I met up with him. And then at first I was like, he wanted to do like dinner. And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to commit to no dinner because what if he sucks and I'm stuck there?" But I did say we can do like drinks. And so we did drinks and then we did dinner afterwards. So that's like a nice way to say, "Hey, do you want to do like a drink? And maybe if like everything's cool, like we can get catch some dinner afterwards." And that's like nice because a lot of people do drinks and then he's saying, "Oh, like if you're okay, we can figure out if we want to do dinner afterwards." So I thought that was really nice. So those are just kind of quick tips on like how to talk to a woman or approach women in person and online, okay? Where it's not like, ooh, scary or ooh, this guy's too thirsty. I will say that, when I'm telling you guys, this is for people who are interested in marriage and kids. This is not for anything other than that, okay? If you are like looking to hook up, you just cut right to the chase and just say, "Hey, like let me get your number," and like be all weird. So, and I think a lot of the times when people looked all thugged out or like just not put together or respectable, I just ignored them. And I just like kept like looking forward because they just felt like super creepy to me and just yeah, I just didn't like it. And sometimes, like, I'm just trying to be nice. They would ask me a question and I would just answer the question like quickly and just get it over with. Because that means that I just didn't like them. You know what I mean? So like that's them just not liking you, okay? And you just accept that and that's part of the game. If you want to play, you have to like lose sometimes and learn some lessons. So don't feel bad about that. People get rejected all the time, okay? Girls get rejected all the time, men get rejected all the time, people fail all the time, but what counts is that you get back on the horse and then you just like do your thing and then like still see who is like the best match for you. Um, I will say that approaching women in person now is so rare, and I honestly think this is like in my fantasy because I used to have, before I was married, I had a fantasy of like, oh, maybe like we go to the grocery store and we're like looking at cheese and he's like, "Oh, this cheese is really good," and then like he's really cute and then I'm like talking to him a little bit more and then he asked for my number. So, girls still like wish that. And so maybe, you take a leap and then you actually do that, but make sure you don't do it in a creepy way or like too, aggressive. And sometimes it won't happen on the first time. Like what I mean by that is like, say you see this girl at the coffee shop. Maybe you saw her once, maybe you saw her twice, okay, and then you finally were like, "Oh, let me just ask her what coffee did she get or which one is really good." And then she answers a question and it's fine. And then maybe the next day you see her and you're like, hey, good to see you again. And then you just leave it at that, right? And then maybe the third day you see her and then like maybe you seal the deal and maybe you actually have a conversation where it's like meant to be followed up with. And then you can ask for the number and see where it goes. So anyway, this is my tips and I want to like give a shout out to Orange Grove 55. He's all about the Disneyland, Disney World experience and he knows so much about it. So if you're interested in that, go check him out. And I am going to Disney World in December and I'm super excited. I don't even remember what Disney World was like. I went back when I was like 2 and I just, yeah. Anyways, I hope this video helped. And if it didn't help or you have more questions, write in the comments. I love talking about dating. I love talking about relationships. I'm such a girl like that. Anyways, okay, I'll catch you guys later. Maybe my hair will be dry next time I come on. All right.